Okay, boys and girls, today is November 2nd, 2020, and this is today's video summary. So, we cut out our anchor chart from MyView 4.1, page 265. Our selection this week is titled Animal Mimics. So this is the anchor chart that we will be referring to this week. I did want to take note and say that we need to watch out for these signal words for animal mimics. And we already saw a type of chronological order in Rare and Treasure when we were looking at the biography of Mary Anning. We also saw the autobiography of Buzz, the other astronaut that we saw, and that was another type of chronological order. Then we have compare and contrast, that was more like twins in space, and the description or classification would be life at the top. Okay, the one that we read last week. So we did some notes and wrote our spelling words in the writing and grammar part today. So we have our spelling words, 2.5. Today is pattern highlights for homework. So we have coward, boundary, foundation, announce, boycott, voyage, exploit, poison, toil, decoy, scrounge, moist, choice, boil, ouch, scout, allow, sour, and browser, and outline. Okay, these words are found under your ELA Google Classroom under week 2.5, or you can look in your MyView 4.1, page 297. And again, today for homework is pattern highlights. So these are some of the things that we did for notes on our spelling words. We have vowel diphthongs. In our spelling words, there are two letters that spell one sound. The OU sound, the OW sound, can be spelled OW or OU, and the OI sound can be spelled OY with OY or OI. Okay, so coward, allow, browser, and then scrounge, ouch, announce, scout, foundation, sour, boundary, outline. Oi, boycott, decoy, voyage, exploit, boil, toil, moist, poison, and choice. So these are your pattern highlights, boys and girls. I basically modeled it for you, so you would just write it on your own on a separate sheet of paper for more practice. And then we have our progressive verbs. On the next page, this is your notes for grammar this week. They're forms of verbs that show something is happening, was happening, or will be happening. It's your past, present, and future tenses. Okay, so past progressive is used to describe an action that took place in the past. To form a past progressive, use the helping verbs was or were and the ing of the main verb. So with was, I was talking to Benjamin. The students were talking to Benjamin. And then we have present progressive. I am talking to Benjamin. Benjamin is talking to me. The students are talking to Benjamin. So, present progressive used to describe an action that takes place right now. To form a present progressive, use the helping verb am, is, are, with the ing form of the main verb, which is talking, right, in this example. Okay. And then we have the future progressive, so used to describe an action that will happen in the future. So to form a future progressive, use a helping verb will be with the ing of the main verb. I will be talking to Benjamin. And then we have some past tense verbs. So there's some that end in ed, some that are irregular, which means that the form is different when we change it into past tense. And then some verbs just stay the same. Okay. And of course we did our picture walk this week for our story, and it does begin on page, very colorful photographs. We did our intro media on page 262, and then on 267, that's when our selection begins. We did a picture walk. Well, I separated you into groups, and we did that picture walk in groups. Tomorrow we will continue. The story does end with the glossary on page 287. Okay? So this is usually found at the end of a text. We have, of course, the words in bold that we might not know, and the pronunciation guide, as well as a definition. It gives us a definition. Okay. So now for math, we did some notes as well. This is our math journal. And we did some notes on representing fractions. So the numerator, we know that's the top number in a fraction. The denominator is the bottom, or the one down below. We have an improper fraction, a fraction with a numerator that is greater than or equal to the denominator. For example, 17/3 or 17/3. It's improper because the numerator 17 is larger than the denominator. And we see a few examples how these are whole numbers. Remember, the top and the bottom number is the same. The denominator and the numerator is the same in whole numbers. And let me go back to the top just in case you didn't. I think I went a little too fast. Okay. And then we have going from improper fraction to a mixed number. So we have the two pie charts here, or fractions. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We numbered them. We shaded all of this one. So that's 4 out of 4. That's a whole number. And then we only have 2 shaded here, so in order to add them, we would just do the numerator and the denominator would remain the same. We just slide it over. So it'd be 6 out of 4, or 6/4. It's improper because 6 is larger than 4. In order to convert this into a mixed number, we use TIBO, top in, bottom out. It's basically division. You bring the top in, so 6 divided by 4, and then the whole number is brought to the top. How many times can 4 visit 6? Only once, because 4 times 1 is 4. If we would place 4 times 2, it goes over 6 because it's 8. 4 times 1 is 4. The remainder is a 2. The remainder is our numerator. The one that's out here is always our denominator. And then we have our whole number, which is the answer, the quotient that we got. That is 1. Mixed number is a number with a whole and a fraction. And again, it's just another example of how we turn an improper into a mixed fraction. over here in this example. And then in order to turn a mixed number into an improper fraction, we use MAD. So we multiply, add, and we have the denominator. Slide over again. So I also learned in a different way using Texas. So you would put TX just like this. Multiply first, then add. 2 or 4 times 2 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. That would be our numerator. And our denominator is, of course, the same one that was there. 4. Okay. That was the notes for math. And then on page 123 was your basic facts homework. Let me just show you real quick how that looks like. It would be Basic Facts 17, page 123. This whole page would be for homework. Okay, and that was pretty much it for math. Let's see here, we just need science and... Okay, so sorry about that. There was one of the teachers that came in to talk to me about something. So, in our Science Fusion, we just started lesson 3 on energy. We are continuing with energy. So how does heat move? This is page 191. And go ahead and just read 192 and 193. This is what we did today, and we'll continue tomorrow. That was on Science Fusion, Social Studies. We continued with our lesson on Spanish settlements. And let's see, we just got to read page 151 up to 154. So we're almost done with the lesson, 151 through 154. We will finish up the lesson with a quiz like we have been doing. But that was it for today, boys and girls. I will see you tomorrow.